If you cannot contain, get married. 1 Corinthians 7 verses 8 and 9. 8 I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I. 9 But if they cannot contain, let them marry, for it is better to marry than to burn. 1 Corinthians 11 verses 8, 9, 11, 12. 8 For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. 9 Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. 11 Nevertheless neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man, in the Lord. 12 For as the woman is of the man, even so is the man also by the woman. But all things of God. Hebrews 13 verse 4. For marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. Ephesians 5 verses 31 to 33. 31 For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall be joined unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh. 32 This is a great mystery, but I speak concerning Christ and the church. 33 Nevertheless let every one of you in particular so love his wife even as himself. And the wife see that she reverence her husband. Matthew 19 verses 3 to 6. 3 The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? 4 And he answered and said unto them, Have ye not read, that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? 5 And said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. 6 Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God hath joined together, let not man put asunder. Colossians 3 verse 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth: fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. 1 Thessalonians 4 verse 3. For this is the will of God, even your sanctification, that ye should abstain from fornication. 1 Peter 2 verse 11. Dearly beloved, I beseech you as strangers and pilgrims, abstain from fleshly lusts, which war against the soul. Galatians 5 verse 19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness. 2 Timothy 2 verse 22. Flee also youthful lusts, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace, with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart. Leviticus 18 verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind, as with womankind, it is abomination. Ephesians 5 verse 5. For this ye know, that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man, who is an idolater, hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Christ and of God. Matthew 5 verse 28. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. 1 Thessalonians 4 verses 3 to 5. 3 For this is the will of God, even your sanctification, that ye should abstain from fornication. 4 That every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and honor. 5 Not in the lust of concupiscence, even as the Gentiles which know not God. Deuteronomy 22, 5 The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment, for all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God. Leviticus 20 verse 13 If a man also lie with mankind, as he lie down with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination, they shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. 1 Timothy chapter 1 verses 9 to 11. 9 Knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly and for sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers and murderers of mothers, for manslayers. 10 For whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind, for menstealers, for liars, for perjured persons, and if there be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine. 11 According to the glorious gospel of the blessed God, which was committed to my trust. Romans 1 verse 27. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another. Men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. Genesis 19 verses 1 to 26. And there came two angels to Sodom. Even. And Lot sat in the gate of Sodom, and Lot seeing them rose up to meet them. And he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. 2 And he said, Behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, Nay. But we will abide in the street all night. 3 And he pressed upon them greatly. And they turned in unto him, and entered into his house. And he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. 4 But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. 5 And they called unto Lot, and said unto him, Where are the men which came into thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. 6 And Lot went out at the door unto them, and shut the door after him. 7 And said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly. 8 Behold now, I have 2 daughters which have not known man. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as is good in your eyes, only unto these men do nothing. For therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. 9 And they said, Stand back. And they said again, This one fellow came into sojourn, and he will needs be a judge, now will we deal worse with thee, than with them. And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. 10 But the men put forth their hand, and pulled Lot into the house to them, and shut to the door. 11 And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness, both small and great, so that they wearied themselves to find the door. 12 And the men said unto Lot, Hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out of this place. 13 For we will destroy this place, because the cry of them is waxen great before the face of the Lord. And the Lord hath sent us to destroy it. 14 And Lot went out, and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, Up, get you out of this place. For the Lord will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. 15 And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, Arise, take thy wife, and thy 2 daughters, which are here. Lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. 16 And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, and upon the hand of his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters. The Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth, and set him without the city. 17 And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth abroad, that he said, Escape for thy life. Look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain. Escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. 18 And Lot said unto them, Oh, not so, my lord. 19 Behold now, thy servant hath found grace in thy sight, and thou hast magnified thy mercy, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountain, lest some evil take me, and I die. 20 Behold now, this city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape thither, is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. 21 And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city, for the which thou hast spoken. 22 Haste thee, escape thither. For I cannot do anything till thou be come thither. Therefore the name of the city was called Zor. 23 The sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zor. 24 Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. 25 And he overthrew those cities, and all the plain, and all the inhabitants of the cities, and that which grew upon the ground. 26 But his wife looked back from behind him and turned into a pillar of salt. Matthew 24 verses 37 to 39. 37 But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. 38 For as in the days that were before the flood they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. 39 And knew not until the flood came, and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.